Hi, I'm Baba Anand, and what you're seeing here is my Bollywood work, which I've been doing for a few years. I redo Bollywood posters with a lot of stuff like paillettes and sequins and fake flowers and things like that. Also, another portion of my work, which is a large part of my work, is a homage to Krishna, which I actually use my lips to paint with lipstick and my lips. And I've done a series of 108 paintings, which you can see downstairs. Also, it's great to be here in Lille. I've been here 10 days now, and I've been having a really good time working hard, as well as enjoying myself and meeting all the other artists and all the people from Lille who've just been great, and I'm happy to have this opportunity to be here.
The whole curatorial of Lille 3000 has Bombay as its main focus, where we kind of personify the city and its image. So we're part of the exhibition at the Tripostal, Bombay Maximum City, where I have a piece on the other side, Dream or Wish, and we've done a collaborative work here. And this work this is called Made in China, and it deals with the influx of Chinese goods into the Indian market and the easy availability in terms of prices and all. And it also, on the other level, the work deals with the whole consumer aspect coming into the daily lives, and how consumerism becomes like the prime focus, whatever genre or category it comes from. And Made in China products deal very strongly, with that attitude, because you get them at very cheap prices. So the work deals more about that.
And simultaneously, the work actually talk about a kind of homogeneity all over the world with
availability
with Chinese products, because wherever you go, Chinese product itself, Made in China itself becomes a kind of brand. And it's really affecting small-scale industries in a lot of countries, especially in India. Like now, there is a new trend where small-scale industry production places now shifting to China. They are taking objects like, if you can see, in god goddesses, like Ganesha and Hanuman. All these god goddesses have been produced in China. So it's a kind of like how one place is influencing other place, economically, socially and culturally. And with Made in China project, we are talking how these products are entering into domestic spaces of India and changing the aesthetics of people.
This work is called Ghost Transmemoir. It's basically about Bombay. The tiffin carriers from Bombay. There's 108 tiffin carriers. Work like a mala, work like a Rudraksh. Hedonistic and low life. The people talking about the life in Mumbai. I was trying to show this chaos and order in Mumbai. And there is a kind of a slaughter, people can hear what he's talking about. The tiffin carrier works here like a belly, talking basically people living in Mumbai, working basically for food and work, coming from different parts of the country. There are 18 million people lives in Mumbai. So even the train, the size of the work is approximately 40 feet, a size of a dabba, a size of a carriage of a train. So this works basically about Mumbai, a maximum city kind of life. I don't find any kind of grayscale in Mumbai. It's death and life is one, and the colorful life as well as very low life kind of people you can find. I came from southern part of India and live in Mumbai. So I'm also a migrant. It is talking about the chaos and how I survived and what I learned is from Mumbai. Mumbai is an amazing city, very energetic in every sense. 24 hours we live in Mumbai. It's awakened all the time.
The title of my work for Lille 3000 is Mumba Devi, which is the goddess of Bombay. And for me, the inspiration is from walking through the streets of Bombay. You wander through the streets, you see people selling peanuts and paper cones, or you could be walking through a crowded street and you see like a very interesting sticker shop, or just weird displays of plastic brooms with cola bottles, and it could be with a packet of chips, or just Bombay local footwear, which is a rubber slipper. So I have made pieces which are accessories, and I work in the field of fashion. I work as a fashion stylist and an accessory designer in Mumbai. So for me, whatever pieces I make, it always goes back to fashion. So these pieces are, some of them are head pieces, it could be shoulder pieces, which could, it's a mix between it almost being wearable and being fashion, but yet as single pieces they look like, it's almost like a sculpture. So for me, these pieces I think are a cross between it being fashion and a little bit of art. No, I speak Hindi and the work behind me is titled Dream a Wish, Wish a Dream, and this work has this whole concern of me as a migrant into Bombay. Visible's my own family which migrated from Pakistan to India during partition, and me migrating from Baroda to Bombay with choice, So I was looking at those areas of life in terms of having a family history and all. And living in Bombay, a lot of these areas are, they're unavoidable because Bombay is such an economic capital where people pour in every day, and Bombay has this whole complex nature of one side accumulating and the other side not able to discard it, So slums and all are like, I was reading a book in which, by one of the Indian authors on, I think a sociologist as well, and she's spoken about Indian slums being, results of double-edged conditions of modernity. And that becomes very interesting point to take off, because for me it is very metaphorical to speak of a much larger issue which Bombay deals with, whether it's political, social hierarchy, or economical and other complexities. So I think this work deals a lot with that. And it's not exactly a replica of how the slums look, but I have kind of taken references from some areas and built it up together. And the scale became very important for me because it almost gives you an impact of a city. And a lot of people who come into Bombay and fly out of Bombay often say that, we flew over the slums. But these are not just visuals, but they are definitely more complex issues which the city is dealing with itself. This work is titled The Nymph and the Adult. And when I was working on this work, I had this whole concern with, my whole role in this, this whole thing about the nuclear war, or, the testing of nuclear weapons. And, that time India and Pakistan were kind of talking about certain, complexities of the nuclear testing and all. So this work emerges from there, where kind of understanding that what if there is a nuclear war. And I was reading a lot on the internet about the nuclear reactors and all, and in one of them it was a very interesting thing where they said only the cockroaches will survive the nuclear reactors. So that's how this work comes into being, that if there is ever a nuclear war, or speaking on that level, will we only have cockroaches on Earth? It starts from that very light note to a more complex level where a lot of people have reacted to them very differently also, because they're very realistic, they painted, hand painted, handmade and all. So for them, for me as an artist also, there was a parallel. One was the political concern. On the other level, it was the language of realism versus, the whole optical illusion of the real, or, the kind of things this space created.